InterswitchSPAK is an IntersWitch Switch a Future initiative.
Team Neptune, I would like to say, is made up of 9 children across Nigeria.
We're here to use technology to create a revolution in the health sector of Nigeria.
How to use technology to promote all-inclusive health insurance in Nigeria. As you may or may not be aware, Nigeria is way behind every other country in terms of health insurance cover. Less than 4% of Nigerians are covered by some sort of health insurance, and over 70% of Nigerians have to pay out of pocket for health services from the healthcare providers. We are trying to fix that problem using technology. It seems like an impossible task, but we are confident and we're sure, with the brilliant minds that I have behind me here, that we'll come up with the solutions to take us forward.
I've seen the depth of knowledge that these guys are loaded with. I've seen, responses, I've seen contributions come from this team, and I'm wowed. They're very calm and they're receptive. They listen to instruction and they take time out to do a lot of research. Putting them through 1 or 2 guides, and what they come out with is very amazing.
Each person is like a piece in the puzzle, and everybody came together to come up with this wonderful solution, which I'm sure by the time we are done, you'll be quite impressed with what we've come up with.
I can just imagine what will happen by the time these guys get into the workplace and some of the deliveries they will be bringing in terms of their innovation skills.
In fact, what I've said to some of them is, why don't you just quit school and come work for IntersWitch right away?
Our innovation challenge is to provide a technological solution to the current health insurance challenges we have in Nigeria. We've gone through and come up with an ecosystem that allows us to address this challenge from all angles.
If there's any other team to look out for, it's Team Neptune.
Team Neptune is the challenge. I'm suspecting that other teams who have this topic will have a challenge with our solution, because we've gone through a painful process of ensuring we have all angles covered. So we will be the challenge for other teams.
Team Neptune, ocean of innovation!
InterswitchSPAK is an IntersWitch Switch a Future initiative.
He was born with no superpowers. He was just unique, with a burning desire to know more, to question the answer, and then question the question. To never stop finding new ways of doing things. Curiosity not only drives innovation, it shapes the future of businesses. So wherever it leads you, IntersWitch will be there, providing diverse digital payment solutions, insights, and opportunities. Because we're committed to finding better ways to ensure that your business runs efficiently.
IntersWitch, transaction solutions you can depend on.
What keeps you going when everything that should be a stepping stone becomes a stumbling block? What keeps you going is Verve. Verve in your mind helps you understand that every stumbling block is actually a stepping stone. Verve in your vision helps you see nothing but possibilities. And Verve in your hand? Well, let's just say that's how you get rewarded for not giving up on you. No matter what you're into, Verve is key to opening the doors you want. The only question that really matters is, have you got Verve? Verve, the rewarding way to make payments.
Change calls for innovations, and innovations lead to progress. Innovation is what InterswitchSPAK 1.0 is all about. On InterswitchSPAK 1.0, our scientists are made to work together as a team to prefer innovative technological solution to a prevalent issue in our society. We are still in the prelims of InterswitchSPAK 1.0, and we have yet another set of 9 geniuses waiting to compete to get to the semis. However, on this episode, we only have 3 available tickets, and I'm sure it will be fun to watch the race for this ticket. This is InterswitchSPAK 1.0. We'll be right back. If you're just tuning in for the first time, InterswitchSPAK 1.0 has two major segments, the Innovation Challenge and the InterswitchSPAK TV series. In the Innovation Challenge, 9 scientists are made to work together to prefer a solution to a prevalent issue in our society. Now, this doesn't go unrewarded, as the best team stands a chance to win the Founders Award. Now, after teamwork, these same 9 scientists then slug it out to compete for the title of Nigeria's best science student. Today, we have Team Neptune, and they are ready for their Innovation Challenge. But will they meet the standard set by the other teams, or will they surpass it? Patience is the word to use here, for if we're patient, we'll find out what they have up their sleeves. Let's welcome Team Neptune. Team Neptune is led by their captains, Isoke and Eferogene, alongside their mentors, Princess Ina and Abiodun. Together, they'll be proposing a solution that promotes an all-inclusive health insurance scheme in Nigeria, and of course, leveraging technology. Over to you, Captain.
About 67% of the Nigerian population live below the poverty line, and about 72% of the same Nigerian population pay out of pocket for their Medicare. So we will ask ourselves how these people, majority of them being below the poverty line, are paying out of pocket, especially when these people are more susceptible to falling ill. That's where health insurance comes in. Health insurance seeks to provide a standard for payment for everyone. That's why it's called all-inclusive. And it will surprise you to know that only 4% of the Nigerian population are covered by this health insurance scheme. There's an organization called NHIS, National Health Insurance Scheme, established in Nigeria in 2005, likewise in Ghana. As at 2018, that's this year, less than 4% are under the coverage, while in Ghana, over 50% are under the coverage. How is this? So we are hoping that with our technological proposal, we'll be able to provide a solution to bring the percentage of Nigerians under this NHIS up to 40% in next 10 years.
In order to solve a problem, we have to analyze it, we have to find the causes of this problem. We've been able to do that, and we found that the NHIS has faced these problems, that is lack of awareness, ease of enrollment, accessibility of healthcare, quality of the service of healthcare, and ease of the flow of payments. For lack of awareness, we've decided to reach out to Nigerians through the radios. That is, there will be advertisements of this health insurance scheme on the radio. It's also able to reach out to people who cannot see. We can use text messages to broadcast the information. 162 million Nigerians use their phones. 17 million are active on social media. So we've decided that we would reach out to affluent Nigerian celebrities to encourage their followers to join this scheme. We also have a friend-to-friend network. This is for people who do not use phones. There will be others who have benefited from this health insurance scheme, going out, doing outreaches and telling people about the benefits of this health insurance scheme, encouraging them to partake in it. Ease of enrollment. We've come up with the use of USSD codes and agent networks. Now, not everyone uses a smartphone, but everyone who has a normal phone, like the Nokia Touchlight, can access a USSD code. With this code, they can update their data into the cloud, and there will be an agent network which consists of informal workers who will reach out to these people and help them sign in to the health insurance scheme. We have proposed that the government make it mandatory for all organizations in order to be active, to make all their employees fall under this health insurance scheme. Then accessibility to healthcare. The pharmacies are the major point of healthcare in Nigeria. Most people, educated or not, reach out to the pharmacies more than they actually go to hospitals because it's easier. So we suggested that the pharmacies be put on or empowered by the NHIS. We also have the use of web doctors and telemedicine. Web doctors, these are doctors that you see online because not every Nigerian is willing to go out from their home to go to the hospital. So the web doctor is available for those who have data and Wi-Fi. For those who do not, there is a telemedicine app or a telemedicine service. You can call the doctor, talk about your problem, he diagnoses you and refers you to the nearest pharmacy around you based on your location. Then we have the web app and the USSD code. That will allow people to access hospitals around them because in the health insurance scheme, people sign on to one hospital. But it's not convenient when I'm in Victoria Island and my hospital I signed on to is in Ikeja. I have to start running back. But this app and this USSD code for those who use normal phones is going to help them to find the nearest hospital around them that has their data and can treat them. And we have smartwatches to update people's vitals constantly in the health cloud. And the means of payments. We have a blockchain. This blockchain is a network that consists of trusted entities that trust themselves. So any transaction between these entities is visible to all. It's transparent. So when the patient sees the doctor, he uploads it on the blockchain, the doctor signs, the patient signs, the HMO will know that this transaction has taken place and then they can pay swiftly. There will be all the data required to make payments on this blockchain. So there is an ease of payments and services can be given in real time.
So in conclusion, this is just a representation of how the NHIS is, the National Health Insurance Scheme is in Nigeria. The red arrows represent what shouldn't be but is, while the black arrows represent the norms, what should be. Then, for just a little diagrammatic illustration, BC is a patient on the health insurance scheme. She needs to see a doctor, so she dials the USSD code or uses her mobile app. Then it directs her to the hospital and the doctor who is going to be taking care of her. The doctor looks up the cloud and he finds her previous data and updates the data, like telling her the treatment he has administered to her. And it goes to the blockchain, which broadcasts these services rendered to like everyone in the system. Note, she can also give back her feedback through the same blockchain, and every other person will know. So doctors out there who don't give good services, the feedback is also going to be broadcast on blockchain. Then it's also very responsible to trigger the bill payment. There's a sort of cryptocurrency, like what Bitcoin does, and that is going to be the only standard of payment that the HMOs will accept. Likewise, the healthcare organizations. So the HMOs disburse this cryptocurrency to and make real-time payment to the healthcare providers, who then make their payments to the doctors. This is our technological proposal from Team Neptune.
Well done, Team Neptune. Let's see how well you can defend your proposal. On our panel today, we have Ehia, Enyoma, and Halima. A round of applause for our panelists. Ehia, how visible is their proposal?
Well, I think they've done very well. They've demonstrated that they've got a solution that could potentially work, riding on technology. I just have a few questions for them, maybe about just one question for them. Okay. Yeah, so given the statistics that you provided, around 60 to 70% living below the poverty line, which means maybe another 30 to 40 live above the poverty line, and you want to stretch health insurance from the current 4% coverage to what you have in Ghana, around 50%, where do you think your solution would address? Would it be for the segment living below the poverty line, or for those that are above the poverty line but not covered by health insurance currently?
The health insurance scheme is all-inclusive, so it's for everybody. So we want to bring this 4% up. We are going to do it for everybody. Thank you.
You mentioned that this is all-inclusive, right? Meaning that there are going to be people who aren't particularly technologically savvy. How do you intend to educate those people in terms of how they will adopt the cryptocurrency and how they will adopt the blockchain to make payments for this?
As I mentioned earlier in the presentation, we have agents and extension workers that will reach out to these people who do not have the standard knowledge of this cryptocurrency and blockchain. People will speak to them in their own languages. The text messages that will be sent out will be sent in their own languages. So they'll be able to understand through the explanations. And if they still don't understand it, there are the agents that are set in place that will help them out. When they go to the pharmacies, that's through the USSD codes that they receive. There is the system where they update their blockchain. So it's easier for them to get the whole point. The agents will be people that are familiar with the community they're going out to. So it's not somebody strange that's coming to tell them about this new thing and they spend time on it. It won't happen immediately, but over time people will be able to accept it.
Well done, Team Neptune. Fantastic presentation. But will their presentation win them the Founders Award? Keep watching InterswitchSPAK 1.0. We'll be right back.
InterswitchSPAK is an IntersWitch Switch a Future initiative.
There is a special breed of people who are never satisfied, who will not recognize the boundaries of day and night, who never compromise, who want the next thing they create to be better than anything that's gone before. People like this aren't always easy to live with. At IntersWitch, we owe them everything. Because of them, we continue to create a range of payment solutions that are quick, safe, and easy to use for anyone from a big bank to a salon. And by coming up with answers to problems before the problems happen, we've always stayed ahead of the curve. Without our special people, we wouldn't be IntersWitch. So wherever your imagination takes you, we will be there with the payment solutions you need to thrive.
IntersWitch. Transaction solutions you can depend on.
Penicillin, ethanol, flour, sugar, glue, whiskey, corn silk, starch, oil, livestock feed, all from corn. You will discover endless opportunities when you search deeper, and to enjoy their full worth, you need an innovative payment solutions partner that creates value from the obvious and sees opportunity in the not so obvious.
IntersWitch. Transaction solutions you can depend on.
My name is Alibe Gaidra from Scholars University Secondary School, Ottawa, Ogun State.
My name is Isoken Ogli from Louisville Girls Secondary School, Abuja.
My name is Musa Muli from St. Peter's College, Ida, Kogi State.
My name is Ira Jola from Union Baptist Grammar School, Ilorin, Kwara State.
My name is Uchina Okoro. I'm from the Incubator Secondary Academy, Kaduna State.
My name is Margaret Amara from Impact House College, Ogun State.
My name is Chimil Nebo from Loyola Jesu College, Abuja.
I am Okakure Efrogene from Jay-Z Memorial College, River State.
I'm Kanuiz Kachi Emmanuel from Dorito International Secondary School, Abayaba.
Welcome back. It's still InterswitchSPAK 1.0, Nigeria's foremost national competition for SS2 students. Now, we have our 9 scientists playing for 3 available slots on this episode. It's okay. If you were to change something else aside the health insurance scheme in Nigeria, what would it be?
Millions of people are murdered every day. The legal system in Nigeria just leaves this. I would love to improve the illegal system by using science to find the criminals and put them behind bars so the society can be safe.
So that means you're going to be thinking in the line of forensic of some sort?
Yes.
So what would you like to study in school?
Forensic pathology.
Nice one, nice one. Do you have a preferred school?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay. Onyedi, if you were to change something about our society, what would it be?
Quality of internet access and the accessibility of internet services in Nigeria.
Okay, so you're thinking of our internet service provision-ish. That's what you think you would like to change?
Yes.
Have you thought of a possible solution?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Efe, what about you?
If I'm improving something in Nigeria, I would like to work on the tourism sector.
Tourism?
Because we Nigerians, we want to move out of Nigeria. Maybe our country is not comfortable enough, but we want to move out of Nigeria. So I would make tourist centers in every state. So if you want to move out, instead of going out to America to increase the exchange rate and spend your money there, You can maybe, if you're living in the South, you can go to like the North and have your holiday there.
Nice one, nice one. Has this informed your chosen career?
Not really. I'm not thinking toward this line.
But this is something you want to solve if you were to make a change. You want to provide solution to the tourism sector.
Yes.
That's a good one. A round of applause for them, please. All right, let's move on. InterswitchSPAK 1.0 has two major segments, the foundation round and the advanced round. In the foundation round, each of you would have an opportunity to attempt 16 multiple choice questions from different general science subject areas, each within a 15-second window. Marks will be awarded based on individual speed and accuracy. For questions in this round, the first 5 to answer with the correct answer earns the maximum 10 points, while others with the correct answer to the same question earns 5 points. An incorrect answer or no answer at all earns you 0 points. At the end of this round, only 5 of you will proceed to the advanced round. Now remember, you have only 15 seconds to answer a question, so be sure to lock it in on time. This is InterswitchSPAK 1.0. The foundation round begins. I wish you the very best. Question 1. Which of the following is not a contact force? A. Force of reaction. B. Magnetic force. C. Force of tension. And D. Frictional force. Let's find out who got it right and who got it wrong. Question 2. What is the main arena of various types of activities of a cell? A. Mitochondria. B. Centriole. C. Cytoplasm. And D. Photoplasm. Question 3. Express square root of 0.000144 in standard form. A. 1.2 times 10 raised to the power minus 2, 1.2 times 10 raised to the power minus 6, 1.2 times 10 raised to the power minus 12, 1.2 times 10 raised to the power minus 4. It's okay. Is mathematics your favorite subject? No. What's your favorite subject?
Biology.
Biology. Was this question easy for you? Okay, let's find out who got it right and who got it wrong. Question 4. Convert 20 degrees Celsius to Kelvin temperature. A. 293 Kelvin. B. 780 Kelvin. C. 760 Kelvin. And D. 253 Kelvin. This should be an easy one. And indeed it was, as everyone answered. Question 5. What is the atomic mass of phosphorus? A. 30. B. 15. C. 31. And D. 33. Okay, let's find out who got it right and who got it wrong. One correct answer. Question 6. If x is equals to 3 and y is equals to 2, what is the value of 2x to the power of 2 minus 2y? A. 14. B. 4. C. 12. And D. 10. We only had one incorrect answer to that question. Question 7. Which of the following is not an example of force? A. Weight. B. Mass. C. Tension. And D. Frictional force. I think that was an easy question. I think all my scientists should get this right. Let's find out. And I was right. Everyone got it right. Question 8. The pores found at the back of the stems used for gaseous exchange is called A. Alveoli, B. Stomata, C. Air pores, and D. Lenticel. Who loves biology here? It's okay, you already mentioned you love biology. What was the answer?
I chose D.
Is that the correct answer? Margaret, is D the correct answer?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, let's find out. And yes, D was the correct answer. We're halfway through the foundation round, but let's see how well we are doing in terms of speed, in terms of accuracy, in terms of points we've earned so far. But we'll find out right after the break.
InterswitchSPAK is an IntersWitch Switch a Future initiative.
This lady has nothing to do with this commercial. Absolutely nothing. We just used her to get your attention, which, judging by your reaction, we've succeeded. You see, if we didn't pay her, you wouldn't have stopped to listen to how QuickTeller makes everyday transactions easy. Well, with QuickTeller, you have one less thing to worry about when it comes to paying bills, sending money, buying airtime, and much more. QuickTeller, everyday payments made easy.
What keeps you going when everything that should be a stepping stone becomes a stumbling block? What keeps you going is Verve. Verve in your mind helps you understand that every stumbling block is actually a stepping stone. Verve in your vision helps you see nothing but possibilities. And Verve in your hand? Well, let's just say that's how you get rewarded for not giving up on you. No matter what you're into, Verve is key to opening the doors you want. The only question that really matters is, have you got Verve? Verve, the rewarding way to make payments.
Welcome back. It's still InterswitchSPAK 1.0, proudly brought to you by IntersWitch, transaction solutions you can depend on. We're halfway through the foundation round, and it's time to see how well our scientists are doing. Don't worry if you're not yet on the top 5. We still have 8 more questions to go, so you can improve on your scores. Remember speed and accuracy, okay? 8 questions down, 8 more to go. Question 9. The following atoms of carbon C12, C13, and C14 can be described as A. Radicals, B. Allotropes, C. Isotopes, and D. Ions. Let's see who got it right and who got it wrong. Most of you gave the correct answer. Question 10. Which of these is not an annual plant? A. Cocoa, B. Vegetable, C. Rice, and D. Tomato. Efe, I couldn't help but see you grab onto your head. You mistakenly selected the wrong answer. So be sure before you lock in your answer. You can only lock in your answer once and within 15 seconds. Let's see who got it right and who got it wrong. 8 people gave the correct answer. Question 11. If P is equal to 3, 5, 6, and Q is equal to 4, 5, and 6, find P union A. 5, 6, B. 5, C. 3, 4, 5, 6, and D. 4, 5, 6. Seven people gave the correct answer. We have 5 more questions to go. Question 12. Which of the following parameters is not considered in a study of gases? A. Volume, B, concentration, C, temperature, and D, pressure. Uchenna, what can you tell me about the study of gases?
It majorly refers to volume, temperature, pressure.
Okay, round of applause for him, please. Question 13. Which of the following is not a vector? A, housefly, B, mosquito, C, ant, and D, rat. I think this is a question. Efe, don't you think? It's an easy question.
I don't know.
You don't know. Onyedi, is he? Easy. Okay, let's find out who got it right and who got it wrong. 8 of my sciences gave the correct answer. Question 14. The element shown forms the major component of air, and it is very cold in its liquid state. Identify the element. A, nitrogen, B, water vapor, C, oxygen, and D, carbon dioxide. Let's see who got it right and who got it wrong. 8 scientists gave the correct answer. But it's not only about giving the correct answer, but your speed as well. So you'll see that in as much as you gave the correct answer, some of you earned 10 points, while others earned 5. So speed does matter, okay? Question 15. This figure shows the atomic model proposed by A, James Chadwick, B, Rutherford, C, Neil Bohr, and D, J.J. Thomson. Only 3 people gave the correct answer. Question 16. What is the function of the flagella in the diagram of the euglena given? A, respiration, B, movement, C, reproduction, and D, excretion. That's an easy question. I think all of you should get it. But let's find out who got it right and who got it wrong. And yes, everyone answered correctly. We've come to the end of the foundation round of InterswitchSPAK 1.0. 9 scientists here, but only 5 of you will proceed to the next round. Who amongst you will make it? We'll find out right after the break.
InterswitchSPAK is an IntersWitch Switch a Future initiative.
How do you become the voice of an entire continent when all the voices around you are shouting, no, you can't do it? What keeps you going when everything that should be a stepping stone becomes a stumbling block? What keeps you going is verve. You see, verve in your mind helps you understand that every stumbling block is actually a stepping stone. Verve in your vision helps you see nothing but possibilities. Verve in your heart gets you back up every time. And verve in your hand? Well, let's just say that's how you get rewarded for not giving up on you. No matter what you're into, verve is key to opening the doors you want. So forget all the questions they ask. The only question that really matters is, have you got verve? Verve, the rewarding way to make payments.
He was born with no superpowers. He was just unique, with a burning desire to know more. To question the answer, and then question the question. To never stop finding new ways of doing things. Curiosity not only drives innovation, it shapes the future of businesses. So wherever it leads you, IntersWitch will be there, providing diverse digital payment solutions, insights, and opportunities. Because we're committed to finding better ways to ensure that your business runs efficiently.
IntersWitch. Transaction solutions you can depend on.
Welcome back. This is still InterswitchSPAK 1.0. 7.5 million naira, which covers a 5-year university scholarship inclusive of a monthly stipend, is at stake. And the first step is to earn yourself slots at the semis. Let's find out who amongst these 9 will proceed to the advanced round. Uchenna, you're topping the chart with 125 points. Aaron, you had the fastest response time. But unfortunately, you got most of your answers incorrect. Efe, Musa, Aaron, and Margaret. You guys fought a good fight. And I know you guys are solution providers. You have the whole world ahead of you. So go spark it up. A round of applause for our contestants. Now we are down to our top 5. Uche, Chiemelie, Onyedi, Isoke, and Israel. Congratulations once again. Uche, like I said earlier, you had 125 points. Israel, you had 120 points. Chiemelie, you had 120 points as well. Onyedi, you had 110 points. And Isoke, you had 100 points. Now, this is the advanced round. 7.5 million in educational scholarship is at stake. Only 3 of you will proceed to the next stage, which is the semis. Without further ado, let's get down to business. In the advanced round, you will each have an opportunity to select from 5 subject areas where your 15 questions will be spooled and asked. Now, after they take a turn, each of you will have a 45-second window to attempt these 15 questions. Now, if you miss or skip a question, not to worry. You can still attempt it provided it is within your 45 seconds. Each correct answer earns you 20 points, and scores from the foundation round do not apply here. Do we understand the rules? Now, let's take a turn. To determine the order of play in the advanced round, each of you will attempt to solve a puzzle. Now, the order in which you complete that puzzle will determine the order in which you play in the advanced round, with the fastest going first. Now, here is your puzzle. Match each generation of computers with the main characteristic of its circuit. And we have our order of play, with Israel going first, Onyedi second, Uchenna third, Chiemelie fourth, and Isoke fifth. Now it's time to select your preferred subject. Israel, you are fastest, so you get to pick first. What's it going to be?
Chemistry.
Onyedi?
Biology.
Uchenna?
Biology.
Chiemelie?
Biology.
Isoke?
Chemistry.
Israel?
Mathematics.
Onyedi?
Biology.
Uchenna?
Chemistry.
Chiemelie?
Chemistry.
Isoke?
Biology.
Israel?
Physics.
Onyedi.
Mathematics.
Uchenna.
Biology.
We're out of biology, Uchenna.
Chemistry.
Chiemelie.
General knowledge.
It's okay.
General knowledge.
Israel.
Mathematics.
Onyedi.
General knowledge.
Uchenna.
General knowledge.
Chiemelie.
General knowledge.
And we're out of biology, chemistry, and general knowledge. It's okay. What's it gonna be?
Math.
Israel.
Maths.
Onyedi.
Physics.
Uchenna.
Physics.
Chiemelie.
Physics.
And it's okay.
Physics.
And our question bank has been loaded. Israel, how are you feeling today?
Very fine.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Now is your time to spark. The breaking down of large organic molecules by heat and pressure into smaller ones is called. Given that a solution WYXZ with pH, which instrument is used to measure the
pH
level
meter.
of acidity or express 20.0
20,090
in kilometers? Find the value of the 11th term of the sequence 246.
22.
If cos into bracket x plus 40 degrees equals
15.
sine 30, the sound heard by a person after the reflection of a sound generated is called.
Echo.
What is the name of the Cartesian coordinate system?
Pass.
What term defines the turning
Moment.
effect of? A number is chosen at random from the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
3 over
6,
7.
Your time is up. Onyedi.
Yes, ma'am.
Internet solution provider. I look forward to hearing about your solution sometime in the future, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
When you're ready, tell me and we'll start.
I'm ready.
Okay. Onyedi, now is your time to spark. The disease kwashiorkor results from the deficiency of which class of food?
Protein.
What term refers to a semi-fluid mass of partly digested food expelled by the stomach to
Child.
the duodenum? Which group of digestive enzymes splits fat into fatty acid and
Lipids.
glycerol? Sponges belong to which phylum of an animal kingdom?
Colentrator.
Ratus ratus is a
Rats.
botanical name for. Phyllis catus is a botanical name
Pass.
for which organism? Find the value of y in the equation 4y times 40 is equals to 480.
110.
A sequence is given as 1 over 4,
1 over 4.
1 over 16. What is the positive value of x in the equation log y to the base x
5.
equals 3 and xy equals? Your time is up. Uchenna,
Yes, ma'am.
tell me when you're ready and we'll begin.
I'm ready.
Now is your time to spark. With what organs does a grasshopper respire? Organisms can be grouped based on their ability to regulate their body temperature. To which group does frog belong?
Skip.
When the soil is treated with lime, which element is supplied to the soil?
Skip.
What is the functional group of alcohols called?
Alkanols.
Hypochlorous acid are used as a bleach because of their dash properties.
Easy property.
How many molecules of water is present in 1 mole of sodium trioxocarbonate?
10.
What is the mass of 2 moles of sodium chloride? Cl equals 35.5 and Na equals 23.
Skip.
Starch can be converted into ethyl alcohol by what process?
Fermentation.
Your time is up. Chinyemele.
I'm ready.
Chiemelie, now is your time to spark. The hydrolysis of maltose sugar which will
Glucose
give you
and
which of two
glucose.
products? The structure of a plant connects the stigma to the ovary.
Cell.
By which feature does a fetus receive oxygen, nutrients, and life support from its mother? What is the oxidation state of magnesium in
7.
KMnO4? Which separation technique is appropriate for separating a mixture of ethanoic acid and water? Neon has a complete octet state as helium has a complete dash state.
Duplet.
The bioplateau in Nigeria. At what part of the river does the heaviest deposition? What is the driest part on the earth?
Desert. Pass.
What zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn?
Equator.
Your time is up. It's okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. It's okay. Now is your time to spark. What is the IUPAC name of the compound CH3CH2COOH?
Propanoic acid.
How many unpaired electrons is or are in an aluminium atom?
2.
What bond exists between ammonia and hydrogen ion in an ammonium ion?
Coordinate covalent.
Where does the digestion of protein begin?
In the small intestine.
Which lobe of the human brain processes sensory information?
Cerebrum.
Which part of the human nephron is the first to carry out water reabsorption?
Proximal convoluted tubule.
Rocks that result from the action of heat and pressure
Metamorphic.
of existing. What is the largest known mammal?
Elephant.
Which method can only be used to remove temporary hardness of water?
Boiling.
Find the base for the addition of 35 plus 43 equals 111.
Keep.
Your time is up. How was this round? Chimelie, how was it?
It was alright.
It was good. So you're confident you're going to be part of the tree?
Hopefully.
What about you, Uchenna?
Not very good.
Not very good. Israel? Okay. We'll find out how well we did right after the break.
InterswitchSPAK is an IntersWitch Switch a Future initiative.
Problems. Who doesn't have them? Some problems are embarrassing. Some are humiliating. Some are unsuitable. Some are testing. Some are unexplainable. Some you just have to laugh about. And some, maybe not. Whatever life dishes you, you can always be sure you'll have one less thing to worry about when it comes to making payments, sending money, paying bills, and everyday payments. Quick Teller, everyday payments made easy.
Penicillin, ethanol, flour, sugar, glue, whiskey, cornstalk, starch, oil, livestock feed, all from corn. You will discover endless opportunities when you search deeper, and to enjoy their full worth, you need an innovative payment solutions partner that creates value from the obvious and sees opportunity in the not so obvious.
IntersWitch, transaction solutions you can depend on.
Welcome back. We just concluded the advanced round. Who amongst these 5 will make it to the semis? Our results are in. We're sure of one person that's made it to the semis and one person that hasn't. Uchenna, unfortunately, you did not make it, so you will not be going to the semis. This might be the end of your journey here, but I'm confident that I will hear of your innovation sometime in the future. I wish you the very best. A round of applause for Uche. Onyedi, it's okay. Israel and Chiemele, there are only 3 slots. Onyedi, congratulations. I shall see you at the semis. Israel, it's okay. And Chiemele, you 3 are tied at 100 points. We have 2 more available slots at the semis. To break the tie between you 3, we're going to move to what we call the sudden end. Now listen carefully. This is how the sudden end works. A question will be asked to be displayed on the screen, and a buzzer will appear on your own screen. The first to hit the buzzer has a 5-second window to attempt the question. Now, if you answer correctly, you automatically earn yourself a slot at the semis. But if you don't, you're out of the race, leaving 2 others with a chance to qualify. Okay? So be sure before you hit the buzzer. Let's move to the sudden end. Which cell helps in regulating the rate of transpiration by opening and closing the stomata? It's okay.
Guard cell. Guard cell.
Congratulations, it's okay. You've won for yourself a slot at the semi. Two slots taken, 1 more to go. Chiemele, Israel. What type of lens can be used to correct Israel?
Cylindrical lens.
Speak up again.
Cylindrical lens.
Unfortunately, that was incorrect. So you have given Chiemele a chance to qualify. Congratulations, Chiemele. You've earned yourself a slot at the semis. A round of applause for Israel, please. Chiemele, Onyedi, and Isoke. You've won yourself slots at the semis. What's going through your mind, Isoke?
I'm grateful.
You're grateful. And you, Onyedi? You can't say. You can't say. Chiemele, what about you?
I'm grateful as well.
You're grateful as well? Okay. Congratulations to you 3 once again. Wow, time sure flies when you have champions competing. We've come to the end of another exciting episode of InterswitchSPAK 1.0. But who will be crowned InterswitchSPAK Best Science Student? Who will win 7.5 million naira, which covers a 5-year university scholarship inclusive of a monthly stipend? Which team will win the prize for innovation, which is the Founders Award? These and more we need answers to, and the only way to get them is to keep watching InterswitchSPAK, same time, same station, next week. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at InterswitchSPAK to share in the fun. Till we meet again, bye for now.
InterswitchSPAK is an Interswitch Switch a Future initiative.